other show going in.
Yeah, they might be over there from live from Broadway. So we have an interesting.
Who finna go live from Broadway?
Yeah, Yisrael United, all those guys.
Oh,
They do a
okay.
show at the same time as us. So you know who our competition is?
Nobody.
Ourselves.
Oh, yeah, well, yo, shit.
Nobody.
We
You
fight.
look at it like that, of course.
Nobody.
Yeah.
We looking to you doing good, cool. Let me
yeah.
do better.
Our
We encourage
competition
each
is
other to do better.
nobody.
You would hope so. Shit.
Because
would hope
if
so.
you
Hey,
together,
sound guy, turn this up.
Turn this up.
We're gonna hop into some news. So let's talk about your fellow teacher here. She had a rebuttal on the.
yeah, you could have
last
brought it
thing.
up. It was she said what she had to say, but people were saying
What's she saying?
Here, let me.
she was
see
just
if I-
saying everybody on her talking stuff. This I am the teacher. You can hear from the teacher.
Yeah.
Can you pull it up before she?
Here,
There you
let's
go.
see
She
if,
said what she had to say. It's sad though.
Hey everybody.
So
Here's
we
the
ain't got to
teacher.
talk about it. We can just hear it from the
You wanted
horse's
to hear
mouth.
from the teacher? Here I am.
We're going to teach
First of all,
y'all.
I want to say
No fighting.
I love everybody. Thank you for your support.
I don't think I want
Yes,
her
people
love.
been getting
She like to
threats
beat up on kids.
and some negativity. That's just, it doesn't really matter. At that point, everybody does have an opinion. But I've been working with young people for 22 years.
She said she been
I started out in high school
Yeah.
tutoring young folks in elementary. I taught dance, cheerleading.
We all entitled to
drill
snap
team.
one day.
I taught Sunday school,
That's what she.
What about Monday school?
praise and worship dance. Like I said, Sunday school, Sunday church, and found myself. I used to
She
work
must
as
have a,
an administrator
pink
in
nipple.
the office, or
That's for you. She must have an
office
iPhone. Her
support
camera's
in the
pretty
school
shitty.
district, and then I'm here as a substitute teacher.
So she was a
Thank you. I'm so
substitute.
glad you can hear me or can't hear me.
You can or
Can or
cannot?
can't.
Can't. Well, this gives me time.
By her booty. What about her booty?
Okay. So, I just wanted to say though, in all my 22 years, never have I ever experienced what I experienced this Monday. I've never been attacked by young folks. I love young people. This is why I work with them. I have a heart for them.
They
That
got
young
a
lady
heart for your
attacked
ass.
me, and she went for blood. She took out an inch of my hairline from here all the way to 2 inches back here. And y'all know that black women have hair issues, okay?
So she got to wait for that shit to grow
I don't
back.
understand what it is with black on black
Oh,
crime.
Oh, she killed this.
Black women hating on each other. I never did that. I always show love to my sister, especially to the kids. The kids are our future. So that fake page that was up, that somebody was like, F the kids and F that job, it was never F the kids. Because the kids are our future. But I'm going to tell you this. She was in my space. She was behind the
in my
desk. I followed
space.
protocol for whoever said that I touched her first. Okay? And I tried to call for an administrator
And anyone answering the
or
phone?
somebody at the office 3 times. But never in my 22 years working with young people have I ever been attacked. But let me tell you something. Within a month, there has been a teacher that was knocked unconscious with her head kicked in. Twice, 2 teachers. Another teacher got a gun pulled on her. And like I say, I love kids. My husband said, yeah, I spend my own money. I reward good behavior. I let the kids know that they have something to offer the world.
That's a good
They
teacher
do.
right
Each
there.
and every one of them is special in their own way. And the world is
That's a good
waiting
teacher that do that.
Thousands
them
of dollars.
to share their gifts. But as for me, as much as I love the kids, I cannot put my life
A million views.
or
at
my
that time.
livelihood in danger anymore.
Anymore.
I will be
Said
saying
anymore.
goodbye to this profession.
Goodbye.
I went to school 3 times for real estate. Oh, yes, I'm being faced with charges as well behind this. And so, if I get a charge on my record,
She won't be able to teach
there
anyone.
goes my career again. Period. I have 4 children. My children would never, you best believe,
4 children.
I raise my kids right. They would never disrespect authority of any kind or an adult. They know to come to me. OnlyFans is out of the question. I'm not that kind of lady. I grew up in church.
They was asking her about you should go on OnlyFans.
Okay?
They was saying
But
something about her
I just
butt.
wanted to say, I still love the kids.
Oh, she
They
must be
are our
sexually
future.
aggressive.
But at this point, I
Her booty was out
cannot
when they was fighting. You didn't see the video?
put my children's
I
livelihood,
don't look for that type of shit. That shit don't
Nor-
intrigue me.
my family, in
Ain't no
this
fun looking at no ass if this
situation
is
to where
stress.
I'm not getting paid. And it may be possible that I might, what I would have
real.
paid my money for to go to school for 3 times. Yet I did not think that I would be ending, I would not be working the last 4 weeks of school. I will have more details on what happened. I appreciate everybody that's given their donations to my husband's GoFundMe account. That's awesome. And so many people are leaving
Yes,
the
they are.
profession. And I'm going to have to wash my hands behind this as well.
Damn.
I can't do this. And I'm not here to talk about what was under my clothes. Okay, that is not
That's
even up for
fucked up people
discussion.
want her ass to talk to
I
her.
just
know people doing
hearing it
stupid
from
shit
the
Why does she
teacher
even give them
right now.
attention?
I do love kids. Please raise your children. Spend time with them. Love on them. Teach them right and wrong. Teach them to respect authority. If you want to keep a job
You got to follow
or
authority.
go into these professional
You got to follow
places,
authority.
you have
got
to
to follow
I
rules.
tell my daughters them that
You have to follow rules.
That's right. You can't be on your phone at a
You
job.
ain't gonna
Period.
have no. You
Yeah.
ain't gonna have no job.
So,
So that's what
You ain't gonna
happened.
have
yeah,
no job.
so
I'm
basically-
sorry.
All right,
So,
She
you,
ain't
you guys
lying.
talk to you guys.
2x equals 16.
X equals
What is
She
that?
ain't lying. Yeah.
and but the thing about
Sorry.
it is,
I didn't realize you were still here. Should I
people
come
was
back?
Everybody
turn your shit off,
twins.
Justin. So basically, that's exactly what we was just trying to say.
Actually, your shit, by the way.
and we
You
don't
sent it to me.
and we don't understand. You know, people don't. Hi, John. People don't understand that. How hard it is, and it's easy for them to get on there. Oh, she did this, she did that, and she shouldn't have had her stuff. That's her property. You ain't supposed to touch it. You ain't. You a damn lie. Like I said, stop speaking on stuff y'all don't know shit
So
about.
she took the girl. She took the girl phone because the girl was in class.
Yeah, they was in the
on
classroom,
the
and
phone?
yeah,
you
they was
guys
in the
talked about it?
classroom. Yeah, they was in the classroom, and apparently the girl kept talking on her phone, messing with her phone. So she told her to give her the phone. So she took the phone. She went behind her desk, and she was like, "Why you got
Hold
my
on,
phone?"
Did she ask her to give it to her? Say, can I have your phone? Or she just?
I don't know. I don't know exactly if she asked her to give it to her or
Yeah,
she took
she-
it off her desk. I don't know how she obtained the phone, but it came from what they saying. When it came on, she had the phone, and she was like, "Give me my phone." She was like, "No, I asked you several times to stay off your phone." She was like, "Well, everybody else got their phone," and she was like, "You can't have the phone." She was like, she went over to the
everybody
desk.
else.
She went over to the desk and she picked the phone up. Every time she picked the phone up, the little girl kept charging for her.
But I'm
And she
talking
was
about,
like,
she
"Don't
saying
touch
everybody
me!
else got
Don't
their
touch
phone.
me!"
If she's saying everybody else got their phone, then why is she
First of all, everybody.
harboring on her then?
First of all,
Yeah. So,
First of all,
I don't know that part.
people, you don't know exactly the same thing, but
No,
as a
that's what I'm
teacher, but I'm
asking.
just saying, they gonna say this as a teacher in a classroom. That's what the fuck kids say. Well, they got their phones. Okay, they got their phones, but are they playing on their phones? Are they using
Well,
their
yeah,
phone?
well, that's a
Are they
difference, though. Yeah,
disrupting the
that's a difference.
classroom
Yeah.
with their phone?
So that's what I'm
you hear that
saying.
shit all day, every day.
Okay.
Oh, well, I ain't doing nothing. I'm just holding it. You're
No,
not supposed
you
to
don't- you
have
shouldn't-
your phone
your phone shouldn't
out.
even be
and
out.
That's the whole point we making. But you got people on there saying, "Oh, well, they need their phones
No, the
just in
fuck
case
they don't.
emergencies." Nigga, we all went to school and and phones
Exactly.
didn't even
Hell
exist.
no.
They need
If
their
you have an
phones
emergency,
for
you go to the
emergency.
office. Use the
Yeah,
office phone.
and
That's
and
some
she
bullshit.
said, well,
That's
she
some
walked around her
bullshit.
desk. She's like, "Please don't touch me." She walked around. She had her phone, and she was like, "Please don't touch me." Little girl was like, "Give me my phone." Everybody else got theirs.
Disrespectful
Give me my
ass
phone.
shit.
Bumping up on all on on the lady. She like, please get off me. Don't touch me.
Like
She
a
kept telling the little
motherfucker.
girl, don't touch
Stop
her.
touching.
She went behind her desk, was reaching for the phone. The little girl went behind the teacher's desk where
Like,
the
fuck
teacher
you,
was
what you
at.
said.
Give me my phone. You gonna give me my phone? She keeps saying, don't touch me. Get off of me. Don't touch me. She kept doing it.
Whoever her
So
parents
the
is, they need
teacher,
their ass
the teacher
whooped.
said, I said don't touch me, and she pushed her off of her, and she went for the phone. When she pushed her off of her, the little girl swung on her. And then it was all she wrote.
So the teacher wasn't supposed to hit
So,
back.
right, that's what they said. That's a kid. You shouldn't put your hands
That's
on
why I
her.
won't be no teacher.
So-
Cause I'm gonna beat your kids'
So
ass
the whole
if they put their hands on
thing
me.
is, but you know,
I ain't playing.
but they put another video out
Real
with
talk.
her. It was like a shadow, like it was her. They had their finger up saying "fuck them kids" and that job. So that's why she came on and she was
So,
like
that's
she
some
was
fake
like,
ass
that's
shit.
some fake shit. I didn't
Yeah.
say that. She said, but what they didn't see, like she said. So you pull all that lady hair out. You basically about to cause that. Like, people don't understand when I tell
she
people
most
all the
definitely
time,
finna cause that
you
lady's,
get ready to. That's a whole
yeah,
fucking
fucking
career.
career. Yeah, she
You
most definitely
cannot
is.
get no child endangerment, no child reckless. You can't even drive and get pulled over by the police and the kid's not in the car seat. If they not in the car seat and they get rolled up and they get on your record, you done.
Oh, that's
People
right.
don't understand the stuff that,
Right, what's up, Trent?
that
You ain't
teachers
shit, bro.
that teachers have to go through and all that, and that's y'all kids all day, every day. Like I'm saying, y'all sit back, y'all sit on the outside looking in and saying all this shit, regardless to if she could have put her hands or not. None of that shit would have never happened if the child stayed in her child's place and did what she's supposed to do. If you didn't want the teacher to take your phone, you shouldn't have been on your phone.
Well,
And
yeah.
second of all, we always hollering about what everybody else doing. Regardless of everybody else was doing it, it still was wrong. So even if she started with you and hadn't got
No,
to
that's
the
what I'm
rest
saying.
of
If
them,
everybody was doing
you
it,
shouldn't
she
have
must
never
the
been
one
on
that
the
was
phone.
standing out. She must was
and
the
that's
one that
the
was
point I
standing
made.
out.
And I told a little boy that yesterday when he was acting up and doing something in school, and I spoke to him and he started crying, and I said, "Why are you crying?" He said, "Cause I wasn't the only one doing it." I said, "But you don't." I said, "But you the only one the teacher
The only
fussing
one that
at."
got
Exactly.
caught.
I said, "You
Yeah,
the
there
only
you
one."
go.
I said, "You the only one the
got
teacher
caught.
is fussing
Exactly.
at." I said,
That's
"Not
real
only
talk,
are you
man.
the only one the teacher fussing at," I say, "You one of the ones that's in trouble all day, every day." So they
Miss
most definitely gonna
Gabrielle.
come for you first.
Yeah.
So nobody knows this little girl ain't just started acting up and doing all this.
She been doing
and
this
from
shit.
what they were saying, they basically said and put stuff in there saying, "Oh, she told them watch this." So she told the other
Oh, so
kids
she
to
tried
record
to
it.
set the goddamn-
kids recorded it. She told the other kids to
Badass
record her.
fucking kids.
Record this,
Check the
watch
fucking
this.
kids.
And when the lady started whooping her and got on top of her
Nah,
head
it wasn't
and,
funny no
and pushed
more.
her head down on the
It wasn't
ground,
funny no
she was
more,
screaming.
huh?
The little girl was like, "Why y'all just sitting there watching?
Yeah.
Make her stop."
'Cause
And the
they ain't-
teacher kept screaming, "Go get another teacher.
Exactly.
Go get some help. Go get another teacher. Go get some help." They sitting there recording it.
That's
These
all they
y'all
worried
kids.
about.
But you also have the parents hollering about, well, they need them phones because kids doing this, kids doing that.
Fuck them
They
phones.
are y'all
I
freaking
would ban
kids.
phones. If I ran to school right now, your kids can't bring no phones to school. to my school.
Those are y'all kids.
Your kids wouldn't be able to bring no phone
and like
to my
I said,
school.
how is it that?
I'm sorry.
and the thing-
I went to school for 12 years without no phone.
I went to school for 13, 14 years, don't know.
That's
phone.
what I'm saying. So if I did it, why the fuck they can't do it?
And the thing about it is, this, everybody, the kids have so many this and that, and the kids can do this, the kids do that, and you such a bad person if you can't do this. They straight out got the kids. They straight out walking around got the kids calling the teachers by their first name.
Oh, fuck
I
that.
told them,
That's
or,
just lack of respect
come on,
right there.
or telling
That's
the
just flat out lack
kids,
of
saying stuff
respect.
to the kids like this. "Oh, come on, friends, we out." I said, "These kids ain't my
Friends.
motherfucking friends." I said, "I'm sorry." I said, "But
No motherfucking
Hey,
teacher ever tried to treat me like no friend.
I say, I'm not calling these kids
I'm
my
sorry.
friends. I said, I'm calling them by their name, and if they calling me Regina, it's a miss in front of her. I said, but my
Boy,
name is Miss Wade.
ain't no teacher
If we
ever
don't
try to be
hang out,
friends with Big
if we
Fred.
don't hang
I'm
out and
sorry.
drink and kick it and all of that, you're not my friend.
Hell
And the ones that we
no.
do, it still ain't my friend.
Hell
I don't
no.
allow none of the kids to call me by my first name. I don't allow none of the kids. I don't call none of the kids friends like they do. Come on, friends, we didn't know these are
When
not
they
my
come
friends.
to school, they supposed to respect y'all the same way
They
they
don't
respect
respect.
their parents
They
at
do
home.
respect. That's how some of them do their parents.
No,
And
but
that's
I'm
why
talking
the
about
parents-
if they doing you like that to your job, what you think they doing to
That's
the
why I
parents
said
at
I'm doing
home?
the parents like that. But the thing I'm saying, what pisses me off the most is when you have all these grown people on her saying she was wrong and they need their phones because they. But what y'all
'Cause
think
them
the
the
teachers
parents that's
feel?
fucked up.
How y'all think the teachers feel?
'Cause them the parents that's
if,
fucked up.
If your kids fearing each other, we not supposed to fear the kids.
Hey, If you a parent out there in the world and you justify what that
teachers get beat up every day.
You justify what that little girl did, you a fucked up parent.
Teachers,
that means you justify what your fucking
yeah,
outside.
and teachers get beat up every day. Teachers get beat up every day.
And I hate parents like that. Kids be out there doing every fucking thing under the sun. But then when somebody chin check their ass, now they in the wrong. Chin check your fucking kid.
And that's the whole point I'm making. If your daughter, and then like I told them, I said, I'm real, and you know better than anybody, Phil. I don't condone shit my kids do.
My kids don't most definitely
I don't condone
if
shit.
If they ass wrong, I let their ass know they wrong. I ain't finna sit here and justify their ass. No.
And like I said, if one of my kids had did some shit like that, I would have been right back at that school, and that motherfucker would have been apologizing.
Like
I would have been beating the fuck out of that
that's
kid.
Embarrassing.
Thank you, a real parent. That's embarrassing. You would not be out here in these streets embarrassing me like that. You got me fucked up.
I'm sorry.
Because I didn't teach you that. Because everybody gonna go straight for the parent.
Like a motherfucker.
That's embarrassing to everybody.
But what that little girl don't know, that shit gonna follow her for the rest of her life.
Cause but from what they were saying, she the one told them to record it. And now you just got your ass whooped.
You got your ass whooped in front of everybody.
I'm showing out.
Flat out.
They get away with so much.
Man,
yeah, this crap is our neighbor used to kick out. Yeah, the neighbors. Yeah, you know you got your ass whooped if you did something. Your mama went at home and Miss Sally next door saw you.
You got that ass whooped by everybody.
Yeah.
So
I told you I got my ass whooped in school back in the day, so I know.
So did she actually quit? She didn't get fired, right?
Well, she quitting anyway.
Why would she quit?
What she's saying is
Does she get her benefits? She was there for 20 years.
Why would she quit?
Well,
she said she was doing it for 22 years, and she ain't never went through no shit like that.
Well, see,
that's a career. 22 years. That's a career.
But the thing
and then something like that, you want to do it for the benefits.
I'm sorry.
But the thing is, when you got, I don't know if she out on leave. I don't know. Because some school districts have their own subs.
Oh, she was a substitute?
Yeah.
For 22 years?
She volunteered to come get her ass whooped.
Right. So she came to make sure you had something.
Damn.
She really came to school to make sure you had somebody to do something.
The real teacher probably left just because
the real teacher probably don't even want to teach no more.
Exactly.
Do y'all know how many subs that we have now teaching in school that's not even teachers that's subbing for the real teachers because the real teachers ain't there. They don't even have enough. Even in where I work at, they don't have enough teachers.
But see, now that I know what teacher is, and it's an itinerary that I know Big Phil can follow. If they let me do it, I go in there and get that motherfucker. I'll be kicking everybody ass. Go get your daddy. Go get your uncle.
You ain't gonna last.
Go get everybody. I wouldn't give two fucks. Go get everybody.
But the thing I'm saying is, how dare you sit up and say she wrong and all of that when y'all kids out here killing each other in school. Y'all they fighting and beating each other and they killing each other, and then just like she said, and I said every day it's some teachers somewhere getting jumped and beat up and beat on by a student, and all we do is go to work. The same way you say you send your kids to school to learn and do stuff, we go to work to teach your kids, to teach them what they need to learn and do. We don't go to school to
y'all ass better start taking some boxing lessons.
We don't go to the shit. She didn't lose. I'm not taking her. If I want to be a boxer, I would have won a boxer. I ain't go to school to be a boxer.
Some boxing lessons around. This mother gonna become a teacher these days. I'm sorry.
You go to school
to
teach
our kids. They trying to let y'all take pistols.
Hey, I'll be the first one to get mine.
I'm just saying. They let you know. Back in our day, boy, ain't no fucking way a teacher would have thought about bringing no pistol to school.
Because you got your ass
now, they want pistols.
And that's the crazy thing about it. Even in high school, they knew they were supposed to get a whooping. They took their whoopings and went on back to class. And these was all your gangsters and all that. They be like, ain't no, like all these young motherfuckers not want to be so hood. And them was all your gangsters. All the motherfucking toughest ones got their ass whooping and went back to class.
One thing I know in my 47 years of being on the streets, y'all, the hardest nigga be the first one to tell on everybody when he get caught. On my mama. So if you ain't been in the hood, you should know that what I just said is the total fucking truth.
Like you say,
the hardest niggas be the first one snitching. No fucking face.
And then that was the thing about it too. Even when you fought, you fought and it was over with, you went on again and y'all was going on about y'all business.
But like I said back in my day, we treated teachers like superstars.
Because that's what they are.
They were superstars to me.
Teachers
I
are.
can't speak for nobody else.
That's how it used to be. People idolize teachers. Teachers was next to God.
At Grandpa Pigeons back in the
stuff
day
ain't
and
working.
shit
This
like
ain't
that.
plugged up.
You heard what I just said?
At Grandpa Pigeons.
That's my teacher.
That was right next to Venture.
Man, come on, B. They was like rock stars to me growing up, B. No
I mean,
faking.
some kids still like that because it's funny when I see my kids.
Did the teachers
That's
union?
crazy,
Did the
dude.
teachers union get involved?
She just said that she's gonna keep us updated because she basically
there's gotta be more.
They
to
try to
this
file.
story.
Yeah, she said it's
crazy, dude.
ongoing, sir. It just happened.
I'm just trying to figure out if there's a solution to prevent
she said
this
she
from
was
happening.
gonna. She just said, "How you gonna prevent it from happening?" The solution is
Take all the phones before class and put them in the drawer.
I would ban phones all together coming to my school. I'm sorry. Can't nobody bring no phone. I went to school for 12 years,
I think that's
and I ain't have no phone, and I survived just fine.
Why do you need a phone in school?
Exactly. Why do you need your phone in school?
You could have it before school and after school.
Well, some places,
If you get your ass whooped, we all can still gather up and talk
like
about
some
it.
places have lockers, so you
yes,
can bring.
sir.
So you can bring your. Some places have lockers, so you can bring your phone with you and stuff, and you're supposed to just leave it in your locker and then get it out of your locker when you go home because they quote unquote they need it for protection. A lot of kids at home by themselves, they walk home, they will do whatever.
Well, that's
But-
understandable.
Yeah,
That's
But a
understandable.
lot of places don't have lockers. And
Put it in the office.
Put that shit in your
you
book bag.
got 596 kids. You is not finna hold 500 phones.
No, you put
in your
that
office.
shit in your book bag.
That's what they tell them. If we're gonna allow y'all to do
Teacher
it,
can hold it.
they telling you how to do
put
it.
that shit in
Each
the book
teacher,
bag,
first
please.
of all, middle school and high school change classes. That's 1,000 kids.
No, you just
They
keep
got the
your shit in your book bag.
homeroom classes, but everybody don't
not
even
that
get to go
hard,
back.
G.
That's what I said.
It's not
It's
that
all
hard.
about.
It's
We
not that
should.
hard,
Everybody
G.
want to make it so easy for
Real
the
talk.
kids. Follow fucking directions. Follow the directions and the rules that are placed upon you.
That's
at
these
the school.
motherfucking heroin and fentanyl
That's all
babies
you.
now.
That's all you have to do. If you follow the directions and
It
stuff.
was the
that'll
crack
give it to you.
babies. It's the heroin and fentanyl babies.
We have-
them motherfuckers don't listen to shit.
That was high school.
I'm sorry.
I teach in an elementary school.
Straight up.
We
What's
have
up,
kids
Uncle
in
Monet?
the elementary school clowning
Straight
about
up.
their phones every day. Pulling them out when you tell them to put them up and all that, and I need my phone, and then you go against them and say something about it, and then the parents go to the board of education and all that. Well, they can have their phones if they just keep it in there, but then they get hard down on the teachers. Everything falls on the teachers because then they get hard on the teachers and say,
Because
well,
you ain't doing
you
your
supposed to
job at
take
home.
you supposed to take no, they tell the teacher you supposed to take the phones if they take them out, you're supposed to take the phones and hold them until the end of the day. If they keep doing it, then you're supposed to take the phone and hold it, and then the parent supposed
No,
to come
you do
get
that,
it
you
and
gonna
all of
be
that.
fighting with a lot
That's
of
why
kids.
she was fighting. I'm telling you, that's
You
what
gonna
you
be
supposed to
fighting with a
do.
lot of kids.
When you got everybody on here
Real
quote
talk.
unquote talking about you're not supposed to take them, you're a damn
goddamn
lie.
lie.
The
You
teachers
right.
are told to take the phone.
Type of shit is that.
That's why I told them when they was on, everybody was on there
What's
talking
up,
that
Sway?
shit. I'm like,
Everybody?
leave that lady alone because that just goes to show you y'all don't know what the hell y'all talking about. I say, but a person that's in the school district, a person that's been teaching for 30 years, the teachers are supposed to take the
Yes,
phone.
they do. I ain't gonna lie.
The teachers are supposed to take anything that the kids are playing
you
with or
don't
doing
supposed to
that's
have that
distracting.
shit.
Even if you playing with your fucking door key and it's causing a
Boy, the
distraction.
teachers took everything
Put
back
it
from
up.
us if it was distracting the class. You show right. So if the teacher pinpointed you, that means you were standing
It's
out
so
more
many
than
rules
everybody
as
else.
teachers now. It's so many rules that you have to
Oh, I
push
couldn't be
out to these
I
fucking
couldn't be
kids
no
about
teacher,
these
y'all.
phones. Now,
I couldn't be no teacher.
so now,
I'm sorry.
they are taking pictures of other kids, videos, bullying. So now the bullying thing, like they say, if y'all don't have these phones
No,
out
you know what,
and y'all
Gina?
recording all
That
these
right, there
kids,
you go.
y'all get to record
And that
everything
shit
doing
going
the
all
wrong
around the
stuff.
world. People getting beat up.
Y'all
That
recording
shit-
people
that's
getting
some
beat up.
heartless shit.
Y'all recording people getting
That's some
bullied.
heartless shit.
Y'all talking about people calling
That's some
fat,
heartless
black,
shit.
ugly,
Exactly.
nasty.
That's some
And
heartless
y'all
shit.
sending this on the internet everywhere.
Everybody
and
can see
bullying
that
kids.
shit.
So now it's to the point where they're not. That's another reason why your kids are not freaking supposed to have their phones out during the day
common
while class
fucking
is going
sense,
on.
B.
Because we're told not to let y'all record, not to let y'all take pictures. It's been sent in. The kids not even supposed to use their phone on the school buses because it's other kids on the buses. They record kids on the bus. They fight on the bus. They bully people on the bus. They take pictures of kids and talk about them and put them on the internet and all that. So your kids are not supposed to have their phones out under no circumstances when they hit that bus and when they get back off the bus.
Our
Their
mom was
kids
the
are not
baddest
supposed to
nigga
have
in the
it.
world. But one thing my mom and
Not.
old dude taught me with respect. I never disrespected none of no teachers or none of that.
But nobody
and
had
I was
no-
the baddest nigga in the world.
and
but
that's-
I knew not to
Fair.
disrespect motherfuckers that was older
I knew
than me.
the roughest,
That's common
toughest.
sense, B.
I knew the roughest, toughest girls and boys there was. I'm a motherfucking 1988 graduate of Wellston. I came out of Walnut Park, Wellston, Vanderbilt, all of them.
That's too much.
And
I
motherfuckers,
graduated in 88.
19 motherfucking
I thought
88.
Graduated what?
I
Kindergarten?
thought 95 was a long
19
time ago.
motherfucking
That motherfucker
88.
said
I'm
1988.
35
y'all.
motherfucking years ago.
God damn.
I graduated high school 35
you
years ago.
graduated high school and you were 35?
I went to the one of the toughest schools in the state and somewhere else. And motherfucker, when I went to school, the kids were so bad they had the polices up in the high school making sure they do what they want to do. You know what they did? The motherfucking police said, "Fuck them kids. I'd rather be on the street fighting." They said, "I'd rather be on the motherfucking street fighting crime every day to be up in here dealing with these kids." But guess what? When them principals or them teachers said, "Come on, you getting your ass whooped," or Mr. Nashville, rest his soul, our band teacher, they all took ass whooping from Mr. Nashville. And Mr. Nashville had the shop place to make him a big old wooden paddle about this wide with a sound on it. He had them to drill holes in it. And he used to tell you know why I had them to drill holes in this? He say, so when I bring it back and I pop you with it, it'll suck your, he said, it'll suck your booty cheeks back up. and they used to let Mr. Nashville whoop their ass.
That man.
And nobody teased nobody. Nobody wasn't called out their name. Nobody teased no. They just left and said, "Oh, you got your ass," and went on about their business. Everybody still right now to the day thank people for that and all of that type of stuff. So everybody hollering about you was abused and you this and that.
You just need that ass whooped at that time.
Abuse is one thing. Or spanking is something else.
Hey.
Yeah. I don't want nobody putting their hands on my kids or none of that either. But if they need their ass whooped, then they needed their ass whooped.
Spanking is like when you say good job, like you're playing football.
No.
Okay.
Nah. A spanking is a spanking. But the thing, but like we keep saying, the reason why we bringing it up, and I'm gonna keep watching for it, is because it's fucking serious. And like they say, people spend hundreds of thousands of dollars going to school and shit, just like doctors, to get all these degrees and all this stuff. And then just to be a teacher, period, you have to love kids, and you put all your heart and soul in that. That shit heartbreaking. That shit heartbreaking. And then you spend all your money.
That shit just like being a policeman,
and they ain't even spend their money.
Everybody ain't doing that shit.
No, I'm just saying. But when you doing it, and you done spent all your money to learn how to do it and do it,
that's even worse.
And a motherfucker, y'all kids disrespectful and come in here and attack me, and I defend myself. Now my whole career down, and I still probably owe $125,000, and I can't even work in this field. That's heartbreaking.
That is. It's been like you said, especially when you done spent your money.
That's heartbreaking.
That is. Oh, it's just some fucked up shit, B. It ain't. That's some fucked up shit.
And all because your kid disrespectful and they put their hands on me. And you expect me because I'm an adult not to hit them back.
Hey, she tried to bully the teacher.
She was most definitely bullying the teacher. She bumped that lady like 3-4 times. That lady was like,
she tried to bully the teacher and got bullied.
You heard what the teacher said. She was in my face.
She tried to bully the teacher and got bullied.
And told the kids to record it.
Interview the parents?
No.
Nah, the parents ain't
come out. But you know what? I would love to see they bum ass. You know what? They not gonna show their face. You know why? Because the first thing everybody gonna tell their ass,
exactly
what the fuck be going on in your household that this lady got this little girl got this fucking this much aggression.
Why she so angry?
Why she so angry?
You remember the one kid that killed their parent for an Xbox or something?
Yeah.
That was
that little black boy from New York. I think it was New York.
I had Xbox or a PlayStation. So
and he ordered the motherfucker after he killed her and had it.
I had to tell my daughter. Used to tell my daughter, "Why you so angry?"
I asked my kids.
You got everything growing up, nigga.
I don't know why our kids are so angry.
Why you so angry?
When I talk about it and I ask those questions, I say, that's the question we need to ask our children is, why are our children so angry?
Why they so angry? Because I ain't get shit growing up. My mama, life
is hella easy for them.
Life is way more easy than what my life is.
Is hella easy because
they didn't have sell no dope. They didn't have to gang bang. They had to do none of that shit growing up.
But the thing is,
so why y'all so
these kids
angry?
In this generation, they life way better than ours anyway. Even when it comes to books, like I told them, we had 7 classes. We had 7 motherfucking books.
Yeah,
and then if you want to look up a word, nigga, you had a dictionary that was this big. If you want to look up a word, and then when you did your reports, It was called encyclopedias, and if you, and you know those were expensive. So if you didn't have none, you had to go to the library.
Why you think you had to tear up the brown paper bag and cover that motherfucker so you wouldn't fuck up the book?
Yeah, and they walk around with a fucking tablet this big. All they work on a computer.
That's it.
They barely write.
Big Phil walked home with a book bag.
All our backs fucked up.
Back bad as motherfuckers, all these big ass books.
So you used to sit on the books too when you were driving.
Hey, them big motherfuckers, man. Them big
And
ass
they don't have to carry books. They don't even have books.
You used to sit on phone books.
They do all they work on computers just about. If they got a book, they'll have a little notebook every now and then. Everything is done on the computer. I don't understand them. And then a lot of stuff is if you need, they don't do homework. When you tell them to do homework, they don't do it. They took cursive writing out, so you tell them to sign a document.
Cursive writing? They took cursive writing out?
They don't know how to sign nothing.
They teach how to text now.
Hold on.
Cursive writing they took out for shit 10 years.
Stop the fucking press.
They trying to get it back.
So you mean to tell me
kids,
if I sit on one of these kids right now and ask them to cursive write their name?
No, say sign your name.
They couldn't sign their name.
They don't know how to write in cursive. They don't teach it.
Hold on.
I'm so happy that I did not.
They
go
stopped
to
that when your kids was in
today's
school.
Time.
They stopped that when your kids was in school.
I'm so happy that I did not go to school.
They doing dumb
today's time.
All these kids, so they break everything down now for the kids.
So you mean to tell me these motherfuckers can't even sign their John Hancock? No. So if I ask them and tell them sign your John Hancock, they won't even know what that means.
No. They'll print it, and then you say, like, my name, and they'll print it.
Oh,
you got some 20-some-year-olds out here don't know how to, because they didn't teach them how to do cursive writing.
What? Who out there don't know how to cursive write?
A whole lot of them.
I'm sorry. That's horrible.
And you know what some teachers doing because they know it makes sense. Only thing they're doing is trying to teach them how to sign their name in cursive because you have to sign your name. So the only thing they teaching them how to do in cursive is how to write their name.
So basically that means Big can be a teacher. I don't need to go to school.
No, you got to go to school because you got to pass all the exams. Because you got to learn all that crazy shit.
Doing is following
you'll be amazed of the shit that you have to do.
Teach all that.
Who?
Dude, my backup became
shit. The hardest job to me it seems like it's dealing with the badass kids.
I mean, a lot of people are smart enough to pass those tests.
It's the fucking badass fucking kids is gonna be the hardest part of the job.
Yeah, it most definitely is.
I'm sorry, B.
And most of your time is and most of your time and as a teacher, you dealing with behaviors.
Man,
I ain't even trying to be funny. I heard some fucking fourth graders. I heard some fourth graders ask how to spell horse.
How to spell horse?
Fuck me up.
Ain't no way no fourth grader should not know how to spell horse.
Horse?
Yes, Horse.
WHORE.
You horse. You horse. I ain't trying. I'm not playing, y'all.
We don't have a solution to this problem.
We need a solution.
It starts at home, I'll tell you that.
It starts at home.
Yeah.
So and everybody needs to quit making up excuses for the kids' bad behavior.
So you mean to say a lot of these parents, they basically don't even teach their kids shit. They just send them
because a lot of them don't know shit either.
That's fucked up.
A lot of their parents don't even know how to read.
That's fucked up.
And then you got other parents that know that, but they don't have time because they like single parent homes and. Like you say, like we was discussing yesterday, these jobs don't pay nothing. So in order to pay your rent, how the motherfucker now people got motherfucking $1,200 rent for a 1-bedroom apartment. And I ain't even talking about the house. I'm $850 for a 1-bedroom. So if you got 2 or 3 kids, so you go up to $1,800 just for houses and apartments. So you don't even make that a week. You don't even make that in 2 weeks. That's just your housing. You got light, gas, trash, food, clothes, personal items. Then you got if you got a car, you got to pay for the car and all that. I'm talking about. I ain't even talking about teachers. I'm talking about a lot of the parents.
Oh.
But I'm just saying, a lot of people making money. You know, they have these families, but they working all the time, so they don't got time to even see what their kids get. It's an average person out here working all freaking day, and so they don't really have they don't, like you say, it take a village. When you don't have nobody to help you, like we did a long time ago,
but that don't mean you justify your kids' behavior.
No, I didn't say you justify their behavior. I'm saying a lot of them don't even know their kids fucking acting like this and doing all this shit because they don't even come to the school to check because they don't even have time.
I understand what you said, but they know it. They best believe they know.
Some kids out here, I done seen, no.
Then they ass
all of them don't know, Phil.
Them
I done had parents, come in crying because they didn't have no idea their kids and beat the hell out of them kids. Kids act a totally different way when you're not around.
But I talking about you as a parent, you know if your kid is a motherfucker, though.
Kids act a totally different way. And like you would think them kids don't get their ass whooped. Kids act a totally different way when they not around.
But what I'm saying, you as a parent, you know your kids.
Some of them do.
There he is.
And some of them don't.
Oh, well, you don't know your kids. You fucked up, then.
What's going on, Justin? We got a couple interviews today.
You fucked up, then, if you don't know your kids. That means you ain't paying your kids no fuck.
You know what I'm saying? Kickett and Kompany in.
So what y'all doing? Doing video?
In the other building.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying. We're our only competition.
Look at that.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it here.
Yeah, we set that up.
Everybody.
That's what we do here. Who we got live via satellite over there?
Y'all. They got them from the other studio.
Oh man, we got her. Why don't y'all tell everybody who it is over here real quick? Everybody go ahead and introduce yourselves real quick.
It's Cash.
Yes. What up, y'all? It's Ben Yakobin. Yeah, and it's me, your brother Yakobin. You know what I'm saying? Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all can go ahead and check out our end of the show. If y'all hit that YouTube, type in YIS. Y'all can see everybody that's over here. I know y'all can't see everybody over here right now. But,
Okay.
Yeah. That's what we at with it. What's going on with y'all? Who all y'all got over there?
Turn your camera around.
We got Kickett. You know, we got Mr. Fellington.
Big Phil at the B.
And we got Gina with 3 G's.
With 3 G's. 2 hands, salute, big dog.
I got this one set up, so I gotta get rid of that background. Oh yeah. So yeah, last time you were over here, like, man, we gotta get this guy on. But he can't come because he's doing his show.
He got his own shit going on.
So shout out to that. We got
That's hella fun.
That's what we do around here.
What's up. Work. I love people that's work. Put that work on.
We show the show. We having our shows at the same time and interviewing each other.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's what we do. We got
what's
support.
Up?
Looks like you're
2 hands salute, bro.
What you Yeah, man, got the whole crew. Over there.
2 hands salute.
What's up?
Oh yeah. 2 hands salute, bro.
Bunch of young talent. Bunch of young talent in the building.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's always good to work with the young people. That's always a good thing.
Yeah, so you've been through a lot of your artists. We're on Casmo's show too on the open mic. I saw you over here, big supporter over there jamming. What's your show about?
Oh well, you know, our show is all about national awareness, man. So we talk about the Bible. We read that thing. We also talk about nationality, and we talk about how the so-called African American and a couple of other tribes, you know, that had their identity, you know, taken away through this whole North Atlantic slave trade thing. And the Bible talks about that, and you know, we bring all that to light. And one of the biggest things that we do, man, is we help out the youth, you know. So we noticed that a lot of our leaders from back in the day, you know, had a lot of misinformation, and a lot of them just dropped the ball with a lot of things. So we picking up the missing links, man. So we connecting all this thing together, and you know, we doing it in a big way.
Boy, y'all be having some heated debates over that motherfucker, don't y'all?
Always. Anytime you talk about religion,
I know it's
religion and politics.
I know it's some heated debates over that motherfucker. Straight up.
Oh yeah, but you know, it's all love though. You know, we keep positive energy, you know. So
all day long.
Hey man, we got a whole lot of videos. Y'all want to check that all out, man. Like I say, our people, the biggest thing, man, the most I say, our people should perish from a lack of knowledge, and that's very true. You know, that's a very true statement. A lot of us talk about scripture, but ain't never just read all the way through that motherfucker. We'll go to church and things like that, and we'll listen to what the pastor say, but we won't pick that motherfucker up.
I ain't listen to no motherfucking pastor.
That's what they do.
I ain't listening
to no
motherfucking pastor.
They exactly listen to the pastor, and that's how come when the pastor fuck up,
that nigga more evil than me.
When the pastor, that's the point I'm working.
I don't give a fuck about no pastor.
They worship the pastor, and when the pastor fuck up, the whole church collapse.
Because the pastor was a fucked up nigga from the get go. Real talk.
incarcerated, we start to look towards the Most High for help, and we'll start to pick up the Bible and we'll read that thing.
Holy Quran.
So now let me tell you something else. The problem
the same way niggas like to get married when they get locked up too. They be in they fees. That's what the fuck be going on when you go to the penitentiary. If you ever been there, I've been there. Niggas be in they fees. Flat out. That's all that shit is.
Hey, that's real shit though. That's real
Flat
shit.
the fuck out.
Now,
niggas be in they fees.
Now let me tell you something else though, bro. Another thing with this whole Bible thing, now a lot of people that have picked it up and read it don't really know what the fuck they reading. They just looking at it for face value.
Exactly. All day.
You know, that book has been manipulated. It's been touched by a lot of different nations.
Yes.
Yeah. So you really got to know what you're talking about when you're talking about scripture. But I tell you what, once you really do get into it and you really do learn about it, it's very valuable information.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, your history is
that's what got me through my penitentiary little time. That's what every nigga do. If you're smart, you will read. It ain't nothing else to do because you're locked up 23 hours out the day. Flat the fuck out. Yeah. So I took full advantage of it. And me taking full advantage of it, look where it got Big Phil at right now today. I'm the man, goddamn. Absolutely. No fucking fake. Because it's real shit. Niggas go to the penitentiary, talk that shit, and come home and do something totally fucking different than what they set up in the man and told the man up above. When you play the man up above, you come home, you get played too. It's real talk, B.
You ain't lying.
That's real talk, B. The average person going there ain't taking advantage of the time they supposed to be taking of.
But a lot of people don't believe in the Bible, so.
No, it ain't even just got to be the Bible. You would sit there for a reason. That means open up your mind, sit back and think about what the fuck am I doing in my life to keep putting me in this situation.
We speak about the Bible.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand that, but we talking about the Bible.
Yes.
So everybody don't, but everybody don't go in.
No, they don't. Everybody's not a believer.
Right.
They're not a believer. But I'm here to tell you, I believe that's all the fuck I give a fuck about. I don't give a fuck about nobody else. Real talk.
We got
I know.
Female influence over here too. Cash, what you think about this whole situation?
Like
the Bible and how people feel about it. Is it important nowadays? I want to see what you think about it. And this is a young mind too.
I don't think that the Bible is viewed as it's supposed to be, should be viewed nowadays. People don't care about it. People don't think it's real. People don't think that all the events happened. People think that it was rewrote, in which it was, but they think that the majority of the important parts was left out of the Bible. So they don't go by the Bible.
Well, no, most definitely, because everybody going to interpret. Everybody going to interpret what they read any motherfucking way.
That interpret.
Yeah, they going to interpret the way the fuck they want to read. Yeah, they going to read it and they going to They going to take it through the brain. I'm like, okay, this is what this means. Everybody, that's what I'm saying. Until somebody just let them know, no, this is something what it is, something totally different, young blood or whatever. However, you speak to your people's name. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing that I say is, like you just said, you have to read stuff for yourself.
Yes,
and then if you also a person that believes in something and you believe in God, you have to have your own relationship with whatever is going on. Because one thing about it, and two things for sure, things are just because you read it and it says something. When you read things, people always get a different perspective of what they read, because what that word at that time meant for you meant something for me. So when you read the Bible most definitely has one thing written but means other things to other people, because everybody is in different situations. So if you're a true believer, when God speaks to you, he speaks to you. So when he gives you that particular word and he gives it to you and he gives it to you and he gives it to you, it most definitely is going to always mean something different, because you're in different situations.
Everybody's in different situations.
People gonna always say, well, I take it as this and I take it as that because it was presented to them in that form.
Why you think you have people that
it's always gonna be different.
Blow up themselves because of something they done read and they believe that shit.
Yeah,
real
that's what I'm saying. So who truly?
I'm just saying.
So who is to truly say that just because you read it and you study it it's the way you say it, and then they read it and they study it, it's the way they said it. It's because we always gonna when you read something, you're always gonna have a different perspective on what you're reading.
But I'm pretty sure ain't nothing in that Quran. I'm pretty sure it ain't nothing in that Quran that's telling them people to go blow themselves up. But them motherfuckers reading that shit and they taking it the way they want to take it.
And people take the Bible the way they want to take it.
Exactly. That's why you got motherfuckers do silly shit, go up there and snipe up whole fucking concerts and shit like that. Because of some, they read shit and they take shit the way they want to take it.
Though, bro. It's about what they believe in, like
all day long.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's what they believe in. They believe in it.
Yes, I know they do.
It ain't because their literature is telling them to go blow themselves
exactly.
up.
It's their sacrificial thing.
It's because the evil that's being done against what they believe
in
has to be taken out. To the point where they gonna eliminate themselves to take out that necessary.
And that's what they do.
Like a motherfucker.
They don't do it because the Bible. They don't do it because they told them to do it.
Of course.
That was their way.
Some of them, that's their perception of it. That be their perception of it. God damn it. Because you got slow-minded thinking people. You actually got people out there think they'll read something and be like, fuck what y'all talking about. I'm taking this motherfucker the way I want to see it. And that's why you go get the people that do shit like that.
Scripture talk against that though, so you know
most definitely
rules, regulations. You know what I'm saying?
Most
Scripture
definitely
talk about against going about how yourself feel. It talks about you supposed to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments in order to curb all that evilness. Yourself want to do some fucked up shit. That's what you want to do. But your inner you, see, I was just talking to a motherfucker about this the other day, right? So the body is made up of the earth. You know what I'm saying? Dust, dirt and all that shit. That's how the body is made up. But the soul is something that's eternal. That's a spiritual thing. That's something that's of the Most High. So these are two different things, and these two different things are at war constantly. See, your flesh want to do some earthly shit, and the earth is full of bullshit. But your spirit don't want to do bullshit. Your spirit is automatically hardwired. It's hardwired to the Most High, so it's automatically like it's telling you, hold on. You just got to know how to listen to it. You got to know what that is. Your spirit is something that's not of this planet. You get what I'm saying? But your flesh is.
Motherfuckers need to learn how to control their fifis. Simple as the fuck is that.
Yeah. We got
control the fifis. I understand you feel to believe this, but goddamn it, you can't go around doing shit you ain't got no business doing. Real talk.
Hey, them laws teach you that though.
Like most definitely.
Teach you that. Yeah, so if we get more in tune to it, we are people that naturally we want to know who our father is.
Most definitely.
Not who our earthly father is, not who that motherfucker that we came from on the no. Now a lot of us want to know who he is too, but that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the heavenly father, our spiritual father. Like where the fuck did we really come from? It's what we want. That's what we long for. And the Most High left that remnants in us for a reason.
Hey, well.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you what, boy, motherfucker, hey, with that, you thinking like that, good luck, because you going to break your brain trying to find out where that shit came from. No faking. You going to break your brain trying to find out where the shit started at.
You ain't got to break your brain.
You going to break your brain.
Yisrael United. Turn that motherfucker to Yisrael United, and we breaking that bitch down.
Hey, big dog. Hey, I be saying, okay, I got a granddaddy. Hey, I got a granddaddy. My granddaddy got a granddaddy. He got a granddaddy. He got a granddaddy. He got a granddaddy. He got a granddaddy.
And then Bob go back to who?
He got a granddaddy. He got a granddaddy. He got a. How the fuck you gonna find out where everybody come from?
They told you.
From
your
That's what I'm saying.
And then
you're never gonna find out.
People, but see, the thing about the Bible too, when you start thinking stuff like that, because I'm a person that think and question, and when you start doing all that and all the stuff that they teach you was right and wrong, and that's biblical and this and that, but like you say, once you start once you start breaking the Bible down and you start asking questions, I'm just saying, when you start breaking the Bible down, you start asking questions, and they saying, well, you can't do this, you can't do that, and this went on, and they, like you just said, well, where the fuck did we really come from?
Exactly.
And if it was only two people,
exactly.
and they start making babies, and And they started making who was they fucking? So they was fucking their own brothers and sisters and siblings and everything from the beginning of time. And people get mad when you say that shit. People get mad when you say that. And I'm all like, well, make it make sense. Because I take the shit all the way back. Because I'm a critical thinker as well. So make it make sense. So stop breaking shit. So stop putting shit in the Bible. So stop putting shit in the Bible and saying this, and that. If you don't want nobody to ask the question about it. It could be no but incest back then.
Yeah,
all of this shit that happens, and then they turn around and tell you it's so devilish and it's so this and it's not with us, and then we're not supposed to do this. Y'all was doing this shit before
all
time.
The kings and queens married their own family
because they keep the money. They married their own. You have to marry your cousins. You married your cousins, so you won't come out to form.
That's some fucked up, and that's why.
But if you want to go to the Bible, but people don't want to hear that. Everybody want to say follow the Bible. Follow the Bible. The Bible is so this. Follow the Bible. But when you take the shit back to the Bible, y'all was fucking each other before time. Y'all always been fucking each other. I don't want to do mine. But that's the way it was.
Man,
that's how it was.
Too much going on.
So a lot of people don't want to get deep with the Bible, because when you bring out the real shit, motherfuckers don't want to hear it.
Real shit.
When you bring the real shit out, they don't want to hear it.
I'm talking about, I just don't want to talk about it.
All the drinking and all of this and all of that ain't nowhere in the Bible. They ain't told you not to drink.
They was what?
They ain't told you. But when you was brought up, like you say,
hey, what's the world's oldest profession? What's the world's
horn?
So that mean they was horn back then.
I get tired of
so that mean they was horn back then. If they saying this the world's oldest profession, them niggas been doing that shit.
Everybody in life now is worried about themselves. They selfish. They want to gain. They want to use and manipulate everybody.
That's always. That's been always. It's always.
So many people in my life, and I know him. He know me. He know me. I be everywhere.
Like a
St. Louis know me because that's where I be.
I don't know you. Who is he? Who is he? Because he say everybody know him. I don't know him.
People selfish, and until we come to a point to where we can reestablish a way that we live differently, good for the better, then we'll be good. But until then, we gonna keep bang, 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 shoot them up, pop ass.
We do need to do better, but even biblical, when you break it down biblical, all this shit would still happen during biblical times. This shit has been going on forever. They was killing their own brothers. They was killing their own brothers. They was fucking their own sister husbands. They was cheating on their husbands. They was cheating on their wives. They was gay. They was stealing. They was smoking. They was drinking. It was wars.
They hit us with this motherfucker. They hit us with this global warming bullshit. They say it's global warming, but I look at the news every motherfucking night.
What the fuck is that?
Exactly. What is that? They say it's global warming.
Check it out. So the thing is, bro, we need to have more knowledge at our fingertips, and we just don't have the knowledge that they have.
Who is they?
Facebook.
Who is they?
The people that's manipulating the way that you
the media. The media tells you.
You the media.
I know.
Now, check this out. Check this out. I'm happy, bro, said that we need to get off all this bullshit, and we need to come together under one common thing. So that's why I call this show Yisrael United. Because I understand who Yisrael. Let me break that down if y'all don't know who Yisrael is.
Okay.
If y'all know anything about the Bible is structured around the nation of people. They call themselves the Israelites. People call them the Israelites and shit, but I don't use the Israelites. I don't use that word.
Your choice.
I say the nation of Yisrael because it starts with. I'm going to break this down real fast for you. But like I say, y'all can check all this out in long detail if y'all check them videos out.
Okay.
I'm going to break this down real quick. Now, y'all know about Adam and Eve. Now, we talked about that a little bit earlier. Now, you was absolutely right to come up with them questions. It was a whole lot of motherfuckers back then. But you got to remember, when the Most High made Adam, it really wasn't nobody else around. It was just Adam. He was around until the ground. And the problem is he needed help. So that's why the animals came along, and that's why the woman came along as help to Adam. But you got to remember time. We was first made to be like eternal beings, man. Time has been, they had hella kids. You can't talk about like incest and all this old bullshit when you're talking about eternal beings and it's all starting at one. It's
You
only
can't
when
talk
shit
about it.
starts
It
separating.
exists. How come you can't? It exists.
That's
If you don't, that's what I'm saying. Everybody want to pick out. Everybody want to pick and choose what they want to talk about. That shit exists. It exists.
Hold on, she got a question, and I'm finna explain.
It exists.
Because we was first meant to be eternal. We weren't meant to die off. And we well, if y'all understand the story of the whole Garden of Eden, y'all see what sin came in and crept in at. But that's why we have to die off, is because we sinned. Now, before that, we was all eternal, and that whole incest thing wasn't a thing. It was not a such. We only know that word because of the outcome, or because of what happened. That's why this whole incest thing is a thing. It was a point where we didn't need. Let me go on. So Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel. If y'all know the story, Adam and Eve.
Yeah, we know all that.
Cain killed Abel, so Cain had to
go
off.
He was a hater.
That's how we know with other people, because he went and started fucking with other nations of people. So we know it was other nations of people on the earth when Cain got buried.
So that just let you know fuckery been around. Fuckery been around since day one.
That was my point, and that was my point.
Fuckery been around since day one.
Let me finish. Hold on, let me finish, because we breaking down who this Yisrael thing. So let me finish.
Okay.
Now you know, after Cain and Abel, after Cain killed Abel, Adam and Eve had another child named Seth. And this is who the Bible focuses on, is Seth's lineage. So Seth goes all the way down to Noah. And this is what you hear about Noah and the ark and all this old shit, right?
Yeah,
if y'all familiar with the Bible, you know Noah and
almost
the ark.
there.
Noah had 3 sons. 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. All right? Now, these 3 sons had kids. The Ham, they call them Hamitic people today. These
and where do women come from?
And all that shit. Your Hamitic people.
Cousins.
Your foreign people.
We know all that, but where do people come from?
Your Chinese and all, they say your Europeans and all, they say come from your fat. But that's a whole nother story behind your fat, and we can talk about that, but we ain't got time right now. Then you got
Stay tuned.
We come from Shem. They talk about Shemitic or Semitic people. These are the people that they talking about, the people that come from the Shem lineage, the Shemitic people.
Okay.
All right? Now, this is who this guy named Abraham came from. If y'all know the Bible, then y'all should know who Abraham is. Abraham had kids. He had a first son where he had a first wife. Her name was what? Sarah, right? Y'all can get in and help me if y'all want to, but I got some episode. Right. But he had a first wife named Sarah, right? But he couldn't have kids with Sarah, so Sarah ended up saying, "Her, you can go ahead and do
he bleeped her sister.
So that let you know it was horage going on too back then.
He bleeped her sister. She wasn't available.
Now check this out now. So this
she was
is
available. She couldn't bear children.
This is why she did that, because she understood that Abraham's lineage had to continue on, and she was what they called barren. That means she couldn't have no kids.
What they do today's time.
She said her homegirl could go ahead and do that thing for
the same shit that they doing in today's time.
Exactly.
So that's what they did. They ended up having a kid. His name was Ishmael. This is where your Islamic nations come from.
Okay.
All right? This is why they have a whole big thing, and they had a covenant with the Most High too. So let's remember one thing. Abraham had a covenant to be the father of many nations, and this is what he is. Now, I'm going to just leave that at that. The Muslim nation was one of the nations that he had, and these nations are called Abrahamic nations, all right? Abraham had another son. His other son name was Isaac. Now, the problem was the Most High said, he told Abraham that he was going to have a chosen nation that came down here and bring his kingdom of heaven to earth. It wasn't going to be through Ishmael, but it was going to be through Isaac. Now, Isaac ended up having a son. He's named his son. He had 2 of them. Actually, they was twins. One was Esau, who came out first, and the other one was Jacob. Now, it's a whole big old controversy if y'all look on the internet between this Esau and Jacob thing, and I ain't trying to get into that because that's not what Yisrael is about. But that's a whole story behind Jacob, but his name ended up getting changed to Yisrael, and that Yisrael has a meaning. It means the one who's, well, let me let y'all say it. What does Yisrael mean? He who strives with the Most High and man and succeeds. He who strives with the Most High and man. Who fights against, my bad. Who fights against. And succeeds. And y'all can look that up in the dictionary. All right? This is what Yisrael means. This is why we know his nation, he chose that nation to bring his kingdom of heaven down here on earth. And if y'all look through history, it's been a whole lot of shit planned against his nation of people that the Bible talks about. And them descriptions is how you know who his nation of people is. He leaves clues through his descriptions, and if you fall under those descriptions, then you know who you are. Okay. All right. Now, with that being said, that's just blood tied in, because the nation of Yisrael goes way deeper than that. You can be grafted into this thing. It's all about following the law, statutes, and commandments, and you can call yourself a part of this nation. So this is why the united parts of our name come in there. This is why we Yisrael united, because we got to stand under one set of laws. We got to know who is the head of this shit. We got to be structured by all positive energy. We can't let this, we got to know that the devil exists, and we got to know who and what energy he is behind. We got to know how to distinguish this shit. So this is why we unite ourselves under one common cause, so we can't go wrong. This is why we call ourselves Yisrael United. It's a nationality thing, and it's all out of love, and it's all out of scripture.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Do y'all thing. Shit, ain't nothing wrong with that. Do y'all thing. Hey, but I'll tell you, you can learn is
everything that went on in the Bible then going on now.
Exactly.
It's just a repeat of everything. It's just in a different form. It's just different ways because times have changed. But everything that going on now went on then.
It's been going on.
War, drugs, alcoholics, prostituting, backstabbing,
all this,
disrespecting,
it's
everything.
Just life.
It's a cycle. It recycles.
Yes, it's just life.
Hold on, I found it.
It's just
it recycles. It recycles. And then you also stated about the different religions. The different religions at the time, and they fighting about that. It's always been different religions and things, but everybody want everybody to stay up under the one
They've been
one
fighting
thing
for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
They still are fighting.
Because everybody wants somebody to rule. Ain't no.
Because everybody want everybody to follow the person they believe in.
There you go.
So if you don't follow, people think that's another reason why I stepped away from the Bible itself as being calling myself a certain religion or whatever. I'm a spiritual person, because just like they studying and they going up under what they studying and they believe in. You got other people that study and believe up what they want to believe in.
What the way they want to believe.
So you
most definitely.
even the people who supposed to believe in exactly what we believe in, they still got different things. So I'm more of a spiritual. You said it yourself. It's about your spirit. I'm more of a spiritual person than a religion person.
Like a motherfucker.
Because
I'm not gonna go around arguing and all that.
So that's very good that y'all having that conversation, because that needs to be talked about too. So it's been plenty of wars fought over this thing, but you got to realize history tell you that just because it's been wars fought over this thing, they let you know how important it is.
No, it most definitely, yes. Oh yeah, all day long.
But let me tell you something else. The nation of Yisrael ain't got shit to do with them. Let me tell you something. So, you know, the Bible, what they call the Bible, it's only called the Bible because of this whole Greek thing. It wasn't called that before then. It was just on some tablets and shit. It was on some shit that was that a nation of people kept record of on some tablets and carried around with them, right? It was only on 2 tablets at first, right? It's where you get your Moses and all this old shit. This is way before you get your books and all this old shit. Now, let me tell you another little known fact. The Bible, all the books get the blueprint is the Bible. This is how all books got made. So the Bible is the very first book. So motherfuckers can't talk this old shit about scripture. The very first book. It's the roadmap to all these other books. They look at scripture. But anyway, The Bible was kept by one set of people. They call them the Hebrews, but this was the nation of Yisrael is who kept it. All the people that came from Jacob, his lineage is
and
who
it was
kept
wrote
this
in
thing.
Hebrew, and half these motherfuckers don't know what Hebrew is when they try to
the Moses story
translate
when the Most High say, let my people go, talking about the Pharaoh and all that old shit. Y'all familiar with that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I can't hear Kickett and Kompany.
Yeah.
We say of course.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now, that story was all about the Israelites, about the nation of Yisrael, and about them getting out of Egypt so they can go and worship the Most High the way that we supposed to be worshiping. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah, most definitely. And they still they still fighting over that to this day. Goddamn me.
No, they not. See, we heard.
I'm talking about people. I'm talking about over there in their country over there. They still fight for that type of shit right now to this day.
That's because we heard. Let me let this sink in a little bit. We heard it's the reason that they still fighting over there. It's because we ain't there. We heard. But anyway, y'all realize that land over there that's called Israel, that was named after us.
You know what I can say?
Israel is Yisrael. Y'all know that, right?
Most definitely.
That's where it
was
happened.
Yeah.
That's why the Bible stuff was told
the
of
lands
it.
get named after the man. It's not the opposite way around. The land get named after the man, not the opposite way around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So Yisrael, we ain't over there no more. That's why it's still turmoil over there, and them people over there know that. That's why the Muslims are fighting like the way that
that shit been going on for stupid years.
They've been over there. Guess what?
What's up,
They've been over
Radio?
there.
I'm two-hand salute everybody.
Since beginning of time.
You know, but that's a whole nother topic. I ain't even gonna start.
Tune in later.
All day long.
So what do you focus on? It's a lot of information.
That scripture come from them people when they was conquered by our people, and that people tried to get that Bible, tried to get them that scripture that we had over there. They tried to get it and translate it. They was good at translating it, but it was certain words in that thing that they couldn't translate correctly.
Mm-hmm. And that's the whole point I made. And that's the whole point I made.
The words that match up with that word. So what they did was,
so a motherfucker come up with anything and say anything.
And that's what people been saying forever. They did not know how to translate some of the words. And I know that some of the words was not. They didn't know what the words were. So that's why a lot of people get pissed off and say they don't want to. They don't want to deal with that because some of the shit that's in there is not the true thing that was said to be done because they didn't know what to say. They just chose to say it. Could have said you could kiss my ass, but they didn't understand that, so they put in there you're not supposed to kiss my ass. So that's the point I'm making. I ain't done by a long shot.
Shit. Let me tell you the secret to that though. You can get around all of the bullshit because, like I told you earlier, it's laws, statutes, and commandments. See, the Most High got natural laws out here. Let me give y'all one natural law that can't be fucked with. The sun got to come up one way and got to go down one way.
All day long.
Nobody ever fuck with that.
No, not at all.
That's a natural law that the Most High put for the sun to follow.
Can't nobody stop that. Most definitely. Can't nobody stop that.
So these are natural laws. So laws like that can't be fucked with.
No, hold on. The sun
doesn't even go up and down. The earth
we follow
spins.
The sun.
The sun don't go up and down, y'all. The earth spins. The sun does not go up and down. The earth spins. The earth spins. The sun do not go up and down. The earth spins, and then the earth tilts. And when the earth tilts, is when you get your summer and your seasons. Come on now, don't go there. I'm a whole.
Is the earth flat or round?
The earth spins.
That's a whole argument. That's an argument, but we ain't got time to go through that.
Well, you can't tell me you teaching me nothing when I don't agree with it. It ain't right. The sun don't go up and down. The sun does not go up and down. The earth turns.
We go around the sun.
Right, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. But hold on,
that's because we'll turn. That's because you're spinning. That's because the earth is spinning around.
What does the Bible say about the planet?
The earth spins. They done flew out. They done went to space and watched that motherfucker turn. Because we didn't know a lot of shit until we learned out. We didn't know all of this until scientists started coming on and astronauts came. We all thought that they went up and down. We didn't know none of that. No, they went out of space and they took a camera and showed you that shit that you are revolving.
So what if I could say, hold on? What if I could tell you that it's proof out there that they never left the planet?
They been said that the first time, the first time they always saying that because the fucking flag, you know why? Because the flag was fucking doing this, and there's no oxygen or air up there. So that was one of the statements that was one of the big things they talked about.
What's up, Kenzel? No limit gangster, 2 and salute, bro.
Wait a minute. So you telling me?
No, I mean it's common sense. We all know that shit.
Wait a minute. Listen, you telling me with all the technology we got that there couldn't have been no motion film?
They didn't have that. They didn't have that technology then. But I believe that they was. I believe what they were saying. I believe the point that they might have not left because the one main thing that set everybody aside. How the fuck was the flag fly? So they killed themselves off right there. I don't need no more examples.
They must want some oxygen around it.
I don't need no more examples.
Fuck that.
This is why I say that's an argument. Let me ask you this. Are you sure that wasn't no manipulation, no work?
It could have been.
I never said it wasn't none. I believe it was.
Hey, you can't be naive to nothing.
Bro, I believe it was. I believe it was. I'm not arguing with you with that.
You can't be naive to nothing.
No, I believe it was.
No, most definitely.
Let me ask you this question.
You gotta have an open mind to everything.
But we're not speaking of just the first time. They done did it too many times now.
We're talking about the government that likes to show shit when they achieve shit. When they achieve accomplishments, they like to show shit off. Now, why you only talking about that one picture that was 100 years?
I say, I believe that one. I believe that was some bullshit. I believe that was some bullshit.
Footage of nothing.
Yeah, that shit crazy, man. Man, that motherfucker Earth. Hey, that motherfucker is round.
The only thing that I was saying is everything has rules and regulations to it, and us as people, we got rules and regulations.
Oh yeah, everybody got protocol.
But people can still argue that. But the points that you putting out though is steady making people argue the fact of what you trying to teach because one of you motherfuckers back in the day heard there to tell me that what was wrote down is right. So you gonna keep an argument.
It's gonna be an argument for the rest of your life.
Because you reading some out of a book that them same motherfuckers that you against wrote for you. They rewrote that book for you, bro.
The Most High laws
didn't write that fucking Bible. Another man sat down and translated what they thought they said and wrote it.
Let me ask you this.
And I'm a spiritual person. I'm biblical. I believe in it, but I'm still saying a motherfucker wrote it, and I still don't know if that was legit or the right thing that was said.
I agree.
Period.
I'm not arguing with that. I agree with you, sis, but you gotta listen to me. When a baby is a baby, and you do something to harm that baby, like take something away from that baby, won't that baby let you know that you're doing wrong to him?
Sometimes, because the baby don't really know if it's right or wrong.
Nope.
They probably just didn't like the fact that you did it. The baby don't know right from wrong at that time. They just know that it made them feel a certain way when you did it.
You could probably say that now because of how fast the generation is going.
Yeah, shit done changed totally.
Hold on.
Back in the day.
Listen, because I'm a different person.
Go ahead, we listen.
Yeah, all right, because I look at people at face value. Because I can't judge you off nothing until you tell me something if I want to judge you.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
I'm just kind of like, I'm tired. Like, I'm so tired. Like, bro, I've been locked in basements. I've been beat with extension cords.
Like
you telling me a baby don't know when you taking this bottle from?
Listen. I mean, a lot of people don't know nothing unless you teach them.
We talking about,
and that's exactly what I just said. The baby don't know right from wrong yet.
Because if you take something from me, I'm gonna be mad at a grown motherfucking age.
But I'm just saying, he said that the baby know it was wrong. The baby don't know it's wrong.
Going crawling looking for milk for his mother, but other than that, babies don't do that. You have to pick a baby up. It's not gonna walk. It ain't gonna go to the refrigerator and feed itself.
No, it most definitely
because like I said, babies don't, but they don't.
I ain't talking about none of that though. I ain't explaining none of that. I'm asking you if
babies don't
baby
know what's right or wrong.
When it stirs, something that stirs. It could be a bottle. It could be a titty. It could be anything. It could be a titty. Anything that they got in their mind and their stirs, you take it from them and see their fucking reaction.
I can give you the mother. That's it. No, anything about no.
A baby will suck anybody till there be some milk coming out of it.
No.
Hey, all I know is I done had enough and raised enough to know that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so,
I had enough to know to raise them, and that boy got about 11 kids.
I'm a mother, so okay, so nobody tell me shit about a titty.
Because
they daddy didn't. My kids daddy didn't breastfeed. Neither one of my kids I did.
It's not gonna cause that baby know that that's not his finger. I say if you take something away from a baby that it stirs, not something that you just giving them that baby don't know it stirs or not. I'm talking about something that baby has held possession on and know that it stirs.
Hey, what age is he talking about? First of all,
they don't know it.
Because I'm talking about exactly what age is he talking about? First of all,
that's what I said the whole time.
Yeah, but that's like a broad span or something.
No, you just heard me broad.
Because you explained it better.
Because babies don't know shit.
In life. I'm telling you.
Yeah, babies don't learn nothing until you teach them, Brody. A baby can't learn nothing until you teach them. The mothers don't know a goddamn thing.
I disagree with all that shit because I know what the fuck came out my mouth. Okay.
And what the fuck came out your mouth didn't make no fucking sense. The fuck? You know I get them every time.
Boy, you ain't even lying, boy.
I mean, I applaud the young man because he on his shit. He on his shit. And what he said, but what I'm trying to explain to him is the same point, and it's the same way I did the preachers. This is the same way I did some preachers.
You're gonna be arguing about this shit
the
for the rest
same
of your
stuff
life.
that you using to try to prove your point is contradicting.
But I'm talking about you're gonna be arguing and you're gonna be trying to prove a point for the rest of your life.
That's why I don't argue politics and religion.
I mean, it ain't. When I come
hey
up with
man,
this
I'm
shit,
talking about DP.
It's not no argument. I want to hear everybody's point of view. And
no, I ain't no. No, it ain't no argument.
I don't argue politics and religion because everybody had their own
argument for the rest.
Everybody has their.
Trying to prove your point.
Nobody.
Be trying to prove everything about what you believe. And somebody always gonna disagree with what you believe.
Nobody was there. It's all.
That's what I keep saying. Nobody was there.
Nobody was there.
That's why I say you have to have your own relationship.
Yeah, you gotta have your own relationship with God.
And I'm more of a. Like I said, because this is what the arguments that you get when it comes to religion. So I do believe in the higher power and all that. But I'm like you said when you was like fuck the body part. I'm more of a spiritual person. I let my spiritual beings and my spiritual senses or whatever carry me around and all that and lead me and guide me. I do believe in certain stuff. I'm gonna give a good example and people it's a lot of people still gonna be like, oh, that's bullshit, she faking, she lying. I have always been why would and what's going on. Like I was brought up in church as a Baptist person and all of that, you know, they shout, they pray, they do this, they do all this type of stuff. Yeah. And I'm sitting here looking at like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? I believed and all of that. I didn't know. Then as I got older, I was emotional. I cried because I felt something. I didn't know what was going on. I still didn't believe in this shit. I would not let them baptize me or none of that because I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
You still learning.
I left this place. I had 2 kids and I left this place and moved to Michigan and my mind and my body was everywhere and I trust and I believe in something. Like they be saying, when you trust and you believe in something, you truly believe in shit. That's when stuff start happening. Like things believe. I was sitting in church with my baby across my lap and my other son sitting next to me. Shit was going on. The preacher was preaching what I was going through and all this. I truly threw my hand up and asked for the Lord to help me and guide me and lead me wherever. People believe in God. My right hand of God.
Definitely. That's automatic.
Something grabbed me by my hand and snatched me up off of that pew, and I told the church up. I was in my 20s. Never shouted. Never did none of that stuff. Nothing. Don't know what happened. Couldn't control my body. Was gone. And it's so crazy because I'm such a person that's always thinking and into shit. I was questioning then, but I had no control of what was going on. That was my first experience of really seeking God and Him coming in and do. A lot of people still don't believe in it. I didn't believe into the shit for a long time. I trust, and that's what I grew up on, and I was doing it. But I'm telling you, I was sitting there. I put my head down. I held my hand up, and I was seeking.
No, this shit real.
And when I was seeking it, I was snatched up.
I told you always.
I was snatched up.
Me fighting my old
dude.
So
I believe in that stuff. Real. I believe in it, and nobody is never going to take that away from me because I experienced it. So people don't believe that though. People don't believe in the Holy Ghost. People don't believe in none of that shit. But that's what I got, and can't nobody take that from me. So I'm not going to take nothing you believe in from you.
Me fighting my old dude taught me that shit was real. That's just real, baby. Because
when you disobedient and disrespectful to your parents, they tell you all the time. Shit happens.
I'm sorry.
Hey, let me tell you something about that. Hey, I like that shit. That was
that shit
good.
real.
I like that. Hey, sis, let me tell you something though. You know, it's us who got the confusion. We is in the state of not knowing. The Most High know who you is.
Most definitely.
Exactly.
All day long.
I believe that.
You like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
All day long.
Also, let me tell you this. We got our own stages that we learn on.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. I agree with you.
And that's what I said at the beginning.
I agree with you 1,000 on that. All day.
So the thing is, we gotta know. So the Most High know who we is, and He want you to know who He is.
Exactly.
Most definitely.
And the problem is, we don't know who He is, so we let a lot of these other deities that's on this planet get in the way.
Most definitely. All day long. I can see
the
that.
devil, guess what? He is a master of deception.
Most definitely.
Craftiest kind.
Hey,
he is the most craftiest kind of his kind. He's the most craftiest.
What age can you tell me you took the blinders off? What age you probably think you was when you finally noticed, I'm gonna take these blind outs and see what this shit for what it is?
What? I'm gonna tell you something that a lot of people don't know about Brother Yekaben, bro. I've always been a spiritually woke motherfucker.
Okay.
Now, it only take a motherfucker that know me, that actually really know me, to tell you that, that motherfucker ain't lying. I always been a spiritually woke motherfucker, but the thing is, I didn't know a lot.
You was learning just like all of us was. You was learning.
Right, so I was doing some fucked up shit.
Most definitely. Like all of us was.
But when I put the shit into perspective and shit got focused for me was way back here, and I say about 2010.
Okay. How old are you, my guy? I'm 47. How old you is?
I'm 43 right now.
Oh, I got you by 4 years, nigga.
No, I got about
10. God damn it, nigga. Well, you niggas make me look like I'm a kid.
Well, I got them by 10 years, so y'all make me look like a kid.
Boy, you niggas make me look young, boy.
Phil, stop it.
Growing up.
Stop
That's
it.
all he did. Hey, he took good care of himself, boy. No face.
43, 47, 53.
Man,
when y'all get in y'all 50s and look like this, then say something. Boop. But anyway,
I salute you. Hold on. I salute you, my nigga, because you know it. Hey, you very informative.
Yeah, he's very informative.
You very informative.
He
100, my nigga. You very informative.
I'm listening to everything. I'm not knocking nothing you saying.
That nigga very informative. I fucks with you.
What I'm saying is,
I fuck with you since day one. I met your ass, nigga. No fake.
I'm never knocking. I'm never knocking nothing. I'm never knocking nothing he's saying. I'm just saying that the things that you're saying, and this is what you're gonna keep coming up with, because the same way you into it and you feeling this and you know what you're talking about, there's other people that feel like they feeling it and they know what they talking about. So that's where you're gonna keep bumping heads. And then when I said from the beginning, when I said the stuff about when I said stuff about who wrote it and all of that, I'm still that type of person. I read what it said, But that don't mean that's what it said. You understand what I'm saying?
What it took, what you believe it is, ain't gonna mean the same to somebody else.
That part too, but what I'm saying, when he said himself, they didn't know the words to use. They didn't know the words to use.
We gonna feel passionate about
most definitely all day long.
That's why we need to have these smart, educated motherfuckers sit down in the room together and iron some shit out. Yeah, it's gonna be some clashing.
Yes.
Irons sharpen irons, steel
all day long.
Damn it, y'all know
but everybody ain't strong. Everybody ain't strong-minded. Everybody can't handle it. I'm sorry, because you got some motherfucker gonna be ready to pull his gun. You got some motherfucker gonna be ready to pull his gun out and shoot you right there because you're making them look bad. Real talk. It be that type of shit going on.
Motherfuckers need to sit back and let us do our thing.
Most definitely.
We can go ahead and lead them the way we're supposed to lead.
I too ain't salute that.
To go.
I too and salute that all day long, Brody. I too and salute that all day long.
That's what I say.
All day long.
I know what you're saying, and I believe in the stuff that you're saying, but I still question the stuff that's being said because, and it's not you because you didn't write it. I'm questioning the stuff that was written because I have the same knowledge. And I'm aware of what you're aware of. It was words that was put, it was shit that was said that they couldn't figure out what it was saying. So this certain things that I'm still gonna question.
You might have some pieces because you might have some pieces that need the other piece. And
exactly.
What they didn't know how to read was very important.
No, it wasn't very important information. It wasn't that they couldn't read it. It was in Hebrew.
That's
what
I'm
I'm
saying.
Speak it. So when they try to,
how we know that could have been some of the most important information we need.
And that's the point that we make.
And we don't even know it.
And then
we don't even know it.
And then, like we said, that's the point that we make about it.
But we do.
But the thing,
know it. It's been recorded.
Well, yeah.
It's just us. It's we don't know it because we've been in a state of captivity. We got to understand that we're still captive.
You want to know? Go ahead.
Other nations are privileged to this. They know who we are over here.
Yeah, but the thing with me is when we doing all of this and certain things, because like I say, you got to know for yourself, you got to read for yourself, you got to get an understanding for yourself. So the parts that really intrigue me, because like you say, if you got any type of common sense, you can see stuff. And when you read certain things and you live it and you see it, that's my confirmation. So I'm seeing all of these things because we're living it, and that's why I was coming from the beginning when I said all this stuff that's going on is not new.
I feel like your life is your Bible.
Now, but everything that we're doing is written.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's nothing different.
Exactly.
So the stuff that we're doing and I see and
everybody
I live,
go through the same
I can
thing.
see
everybody
it.
Go through
so
the same thing.
I'm aware that this was real because we live in it.
Like a motherfucker.
I'm seeing it and it's happening. So you're gonna go back and say, whoever wrote this was psychic. So it had to been going on.
Something was going on.
It was because I'm living these things and I'm seeing these things exactly that I read in this book.
Was fighting each other
that I wrote in this book.
They was killing each other back then.
They was hoeing back then.
Everything
they were fucking each other back then. They was fucking animals back then. They was stealing back then.
Book like the Bible, though. The Bible is the only book that has been written. You remember I told you that all these other books get their shit out the Bible. You know what I'm saying? They get their structure out the Bible. The Bible was the very first book that was made. Now, out this book, you still living shit right now today that this book has predicted.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. That's because a motherfucker have been through the same thing we going through and wrote about it.
Yep. That's why I say I can believe that because I'm seeing it.
Who that? Yucca Ben?
Yucca Ben.
Yeah.
I can believe it.
What's going on, bro?
What's up?
Yeah, that's why I say I ain't knocking you not one time because I love to hear it. I'm just saying that's where you get your that's why you get your conflicts from and stuff because people gonna always question. I'm a questionable person, so I'm gonna always question it. But like I said, I live by and believe the stuff that I see because I'm living it. I'm living it. So when I say a lot of stuff, I be like, baby, that's biblical. I say because I see it. I watched it. I lived it. I learned it. All that. It's
climate
biblical.
control shit where they say it's climate control. Well, I guess back in 1920 shit and like that when it was 70 or 80 degrees around certain time, I guess they thought about some fucking climate control and all that shit too. Huh?
People want to be in control.
That's some bullshit.
And like he just said,
You
people are
can't
not in
control the
control.
fucking weather.
They want to be in control and they're not in control.
Nah.
They're not in control.
You can't control no weather,
We
man.
got a performance too, but let me give y'all another nugget. I want y'all to judge this performance too. We got homeboy up here, man. He gonna do his thing. I can't wait to see him. And it's good that we on here with y'all because y'all some intelligent motherfuckers and y'all some respected motherfuckers. Let me let motherfuckers know who Kickett and Kompany is, man. Hey, they from my city, my music, man. If y'all don't know, this is the #1 right now here in St. Louis, motherfucker.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's what that is. Hey, so it's very important for these
This motherfucker.
Oh, man, stop it, man.
Hey, they start playing your shit on the radio. Hey, that's the hey. But anyway, let me give y'all this nugget right here. What the Bible is, the Bible is made up of 3 parts, right? It's made up of the laws, the prophets, and the writings. And you can find
basic
the laws
instructions before leaving Earth.
Yep, that's what it's the basic instructions for leaving Earth. That's what it is. That's what we say.
That's real shit.
That's what it is. That's what we say in the play.
Listen.
No.
The Bible was made of 3 parts. We ain't
basic
talking like
instructions
Old
before
and
you
New
leave
Testament and none of that shit. We talking about how the actual Bible is structured and made up. So check out what I'm saying. The Bible was made up of 3 parts. The first 5 books is your laws. They call that the Torah. The 5 books is the laws. Then you got your prophets and your writings. Your prophets is prophesying about the laws. Your writing is writing about the laws. Everything is all about the laws. And you put them 3 books together, them 3 sections together that make up your whole Old Testament. That's called the Tanakh. Now, this whole New Testament that everybody's talking about, this is the Gospels. The New Testament is not like the Old Testament. The New Testament has been taken all throughout history. All throughout history, you get pieces of the New Testament. The Old Testament is in chronological order. This is order, all right? So this is how the Bible was set up. A lot of people don't understand what the Bible is and how it was set up. So when you're talking about, yeah, we still living and we still writing scripture, well, guess what? You're absolutely right. We are still writing scripture because the New Testament ain't nothing but testimonies. That's why it's people gospel.
Yes.
And you have
but their testimony is the same shit that's going on over and over again.
But what about
you have your own testimony?
Ain't nobody on this earth doing nothing different than somebody else doing.
Hey, what about the 100 and something books that's missing out the Bible?
You say 100 books?
So
I mean, do you believe in it? I'm questioning. No, I'm just asking.
It is.
It's a lot of shit missing.
Because I take your word for it because you study this shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's books missing. It's words missing because they didn't know how to interpret.
Testimonies. Everything in the Bible is focused on the laws, statutes, and commandments. That's the only thing that you need to focus on. You don't need to get caught up in all the bullshit talking about this books taken away, there's been books put in, this been manipulated.
A lot of it's exaggerated too. A lot of it's exaggerated too. It sells a bigger story. Yeah. How you gonna feed 100 people with like 2 fish?
Man.
Well, I mean, you don't want to get caught up in all
real
the
talk
stories.
though, Brody. That's real
talk
though.
I know.
It's your laws, your do's and your don'ts.
Right.
Most definitely.
Example, yeah.
Most definitely. How you treat people. Do you got sympathy? Do you got empathy for motherfuckers? Just natural things, B. That keep you around. Right. Not being disrespectful, not being a fuckboy.
If you start off with the law, then the rest of the Bible that you read, when you read the rest of the Bible, you can be able to cipher through all the bullshit, the shit that ain't supposed to be there because it don't follow the laws. It ain't going according to scripture. It ain't going according to the laws, so you know it's bullshit.
Like a
you cannot be fooled.
Yeah, man.
And that goes right back to, and that goes exactly right back to the first thing that I said about people don't. That's why they have arguments about it, because people don't truly believe everything that's written.
No.
So that's where the conflict comes in, because everybody's picking and choosing what part they're gonna follow and what part they believe and what part is true and what part is not. Everybody believe the fact that they know that some shit left out. They know that some stuff people just wrote because they didn't know what the word meant. They didn't have no words to describe what was going on. So that's where all of your conflict and your controversy comes from. So it's always gonna be shit.
All that shit coming from, all this conflict and shit coming from. Everybody trying to get the Bible information from everybody besides the nation of Yisrael. Can't nobody else teach you scripture besides the nation of Yisrael. You can't go get knowledge from scripture from no other nation besides the nation of Yisrael, because it wasn't given to no other nation.
It wasn't given to another nation, huh? Goddamn me. That's why they all, man. I'm talking about them over there. They gonna be warned for the rest of our lives. Be over this shit. It ain't never gonna stop.
So who we finna play? Because we gotta give
people. Why not go to that nation of people to get the knowledge from? The problem is that nation of people has had his identity stolen.
Yeah.
And it's been structured up perfectly too.
Man, it just goes to show you, Brody, how long fuckery been going around this motherfucker.
Man, say that shit again.
Hey, it goes to show you how long fuckery been going on around this motherfucker, B. Don't fake.
Hey, you ready to get your music? You sing your music too? Hold on, I want y'all to see what's up with Homeboy Music right
okay.
All right, we got like 2 minutes.
We
gotta wrap it up.
On this beautiful
Saturday. We're finna close right real close.
It actually feel better out there than what it looked, because it looked like it.
I told you it was gonna be wrong. Fuck. I can't even get that going.
You guys sent United Yisrael?
He finna miss
yeah. So here, why don't y'all go and sell us something before while we're on no dead time, man. Let me look for this music real quick.
All right, yeah, we out of here.
All right.
We gotta turn our show back over to the person whose show it is.
Yeah, tell everybody where to find you guys and how we get a hold of you. If they want to hear some of that knowledge.
Yeah, I'm on YouTube. You can YouTube me, Youngest YUNGHESS. Yeah. I'm also on Facebook. Cause you don't know.
You can send it to Nate. Maybe he can play it on his show.
I'll play it.
Send it to Nate.
All right.
Yeah, boy. You know. Damn, boy. Hey, turn that. Put it back on what? Tell Dre. I'm gonna be putting our songs out very shortly. Let Dre know that. Yeah, let Dre know. Don't fake it.
I will.
All right.
We out
all day.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up, Nate. Tell them about you real quick.
Yeah, YouTube that CMO
all day long.
What's up, man? It's your boy Nate De Niro, Russell Games, man. Broken Knife Society, man. Even today, we got something called a session going on at Royal Palace. You know what I'm saying? Dance session. A lot of dancers from up and down I-40 coming down just to show love to St. Louis.
Up and down their 40s? They're older dancers?
I mean,
it's like hip hop down their 40s.
Can you make it alive up out that motherfucker?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just want to know.
I know I am.
I just want to know, can you make it up alive up out that motherfucker?
All right.
It's Lord. They ain't doing up and down. It started in about like 3 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they doing it early.
Okay.
Broken Knob, 2 o'clock. Check them out tonight.
Check me out at 2 o'clock, man.
It's y'all girl Ginger in the way. Facebook, Instagram. I got my Twitter back, and still working on. Still working
on. Check marks off them.
I gotta look at it.
No, they were selling blue checks.
I ain't buying that.
They was out here selling blue checks.
Still waiting to get my stuff together for Talk That Talk Cocktail Hour. Y'all still be waiting. Cocktail Hour is coming back. It's coming back.
Cocktail Hour is coming back. She said.
Come on, your turn. It's 2 o'clock.
Mr. Boss Clickbank Leaders on Instagram. Mr. No Quitting on Facebook. Like I said, go get goddamn me.
What's up,
Certified Hustler every way. What's up, Jared Parker? And go get my other 16 albums, 18, 19, and 20 coming very shortly, world.
Justin, come on, end it.
My name's Justin Kickett, My City, My Music. Each and every day, all day. We got paintball coming up.
It's gonna be on album number 30.
Shout out to our guest,
Hey,
Yisrael. All right, guys.
For the first time.
Appreciate y'all logging on.
Kickett and Kompany.
Kickett and Kompany, Yisrael. Doing big things. Shout out to Broadway over there. All right, man. We'll catch y'all next week. We got Broken Knob coming up next.
I ain't gonna quit doing it, but I'm gonna quit dropping albums. 30 albums, that's a lot of music.
All right, hey, it was nice having y'all on. We're gonna holler at y'all next time.
Yeah, we got Broken Knob coming up next. Appreciate you having you guys on.
I dropped 30 albums, it's over. I'm set in stone. Gucci Mane got the most albums dropped right now in the world with 14. Ain't nobody, I got 17 by my damn self. I dropped 30, I'm set apart from everybody. I don't give a fuck about none of them niggas. And it's all mine.